Hey guys, and welcome back to Free Plugin Friday, where we look at free plugins you can use in your productions. Now, today we are looking at another new variety of sound plugin. It's called Flavour. It is basically mix bus processing. It's mainly an EQ, really. It's a resonant high pass filter, low bump, a low cut, and a high shelf. So kind of Pultec-y in a way, with a few other features. It's intended to kind of just put on your mix bus to give it a little bit of a tone kind of shift. It also has some non-linear aspects that you can turn on and off. So let's just quickly look at the controls. Like I said, you start off with a resonant high pass filter. You got 20, 30, and 50 hertz. Then you've got your low end control, which is 200, 330, and 500 hertz. You've got the cut that works with it, which is 150, 250, and 400 hertz. But this is very much wider and higher up in the cut. You'll hear it later. And then you have your high end boost, which is 10K, 18K, and 30K. Now you might think 30K, that's well beyond Nyquist. Well, the way that these kind of gently roll, 30K is like the air, and you're kind of getting a different curve than you will at like a shelving filter further down. And then, like I said, you have this non-linear options, and it's basically calibrated to your mix. So the more negative, you've got more distortion, as it's kind of calibrated to start saturating at that point. So I've got on this track, you probably heard it from the last few videos I put out. We're just going to loop this section and have a listen to all what it sounds like. Okay. Let's get the output right. Let's turn it on, and let's put on this non-linear. We're going to go -12. And you've got this handy little light here that tells you what it's kind of doing. So let's check out the non-linear section first. It is subtle, but you should be able to hear it. So we'll turn it off. I'll move the resonant bump off. Let's turn all these off. So you're just hearing the non-linear aspect. Listen to the kick. Just fattens up a little bit. Okay, so let's have a look at this resonant bump. 20. 30. 50 is where you're going to really hear it. Meaty, but you're starting to lose anything under that 50 because high pass filter. So let's leave it at 30. Okay, let's look at this low shelf. Let's bring it up at 200. We're going to compare the frequencies, and then we're going to bring in the cut control, and then we're going to put them together. And you'll see how they kind of work nicely. So 200, 330, 500. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn this off, and let's have a look at the cut. 150. Let's wind it up. We'll go extreme so you can hear the frequencies, then we'll dial it back. So 150 obviously thins out a lot of bass end. 250 keeps the bass in, but the low mids are completely gone. 400 is mids are gone. All the bass is back, but those low mids are gone. Let's dial it back to about here. Put it back on 250. So off. On. You can hear it pulling out some of the upper bass, lower mids. But then let's put the resonance high pass on. And let's put this on 330 and dial it in. Okay, off. And way more bass. You can hear how these are working together. Again, if I turn the cut off, a lot more of those lower mids, and it starts to get a bit honky, a bit muddy. So even though this says 250, it is really affecting frequencies up to 800, probably even higher. Okay, we're gonna turn all these off and let's look at the high shelf. Let's put on 10K, turn up. Let's go through the frequencies. Now see here that 30K, turn it down, right? Still really affecting that top end, and it's really smooth. You're not getting that much harshness even with this huge boost. Now as you move towards the 10K, you are getting some of those harsher frequencies as that kind of end of that shelf gets into the kind of 5K range. So let's put it at 18K, I like it there. Actually, let's keep it 30K. Let's give it a bit of a boost here. Put that cut back in, but maybe at 400. Pull this in at 330. 200 maybe. This at 30. Might be a bit too much low end. That's what it was before. Right, it's liking a little bit punch in the mid, so we could bring it down to 10K. Probably again too much bass, but I mean bass is kind of addicted in this genre. Now one thing I wanted to do is put it on the kick and just really show you how hard it's going. So I'm going to keep it on the master channel, but we're just going to solo the kick. And you get really aggressive with it. So even though it's for the mix bus, you can use it on individual instruments. So let's go for like a massive kick. Off. Completely changed the sound. It's really scooped it out and gave it that real big sound. What about just on drums? Let's solo all the drums up. Off. A bit too much reverb on that delay. Let's turn that down a little bit. On. Maybe we're taking out too much mids, but cleans it up, fattens up. Get real kind of scoopy. Okay, we can just try it on everything, but it's, you know, like I said, it's intended for the mix bus. It is kind of got that Pultec vibe with that really nice sheen in the top end, plus a resonant high pass filter, and the non-linear adds a little bit of saturation there. Go check it out on the Variety of Sound website. And as I said in the last two videos, if you haven't seen them, I did a video on the Hornet Spring and I did a video on Variety of Sound's new plate plugin. But I made this song on my Twitch channel, so go check it out. We just kind of chill there, you know, do some music, do some gaming, just relax. So if that's kind of your cup of tea, go check that out. And I'll see you next time.